When I started selling life insurance, I'm gonna tell you, I was $1 million policies, $500,000 policies. I was doing it. And then people began to pass away in COVID and the companies were not paying out. And why is that? Because a life insurance contract is a contract between you and that company. And they say they will pay out this amount if this, and that happens, right? So when you get larger policies, 100,000, 50,000, 250,000, 500,000, even $1 million policy, the stipulations of that company actually paying out that amount of money is extremely different versus a normal life insurance policy.
Right now we locked in. What's good, you guys? As you can see, I got a guest.
Hey!
But you know what I'm saying? If you be locked into the channel, then you know what I'm saying, Xavier Sage is her name. She's been here before, and we've talked about this subject before. And you know what I'm saying? We had to bring it back because, you know what I'm saying, we here to bring it back. Let's say it a little louder for the people in the back. You feel me? Life insurance. I don't know. I probably done said it 1,000 times. You feel? I don't know how many times I done said it. But make sure I'm staying on track here. But yeah, life insurance, because people got life insurance on their homes, their cars,
Well, they have
the
insurance.
boats.
They have insurance. Not life insurance, they have insurance.
Yeah, they have insurance.
Yeah.
They have insurance because we're talking about life insurance. But
Don't mess you up.
yeah,
You
because
said they have life insurance on their home.
I said life insurance. Oh, okay. See, I didn't even realize it. They have insurance.
Right.
So why not have life insurance?
Right.
That's basically that's what I was trying to get to.
Yes, how important it is. Did you
I
see
was like,
the
what did I
cash
do?
doll?
I was like, what did I do?
Did you see the cash doll that she wished she had her rings insured? One of her rings was worth a lot and she didn't get it insured and somebody broke into her car and stole
For
it.
real?
For real.
The clothes and everything in the trunk and was like, I'm going to put my jewelry box in the back seat. I don't want to put my jewelry box in the trunk with all my jewelry in it. My hair done, I'm getting dressed. And I'm like, I'm about to put my jewelry on. Then it clicked. Oh shit. It's in the fucking back seat in the truck. I was walking slow. Man, I opened that door and didn't see that jewelry box and seeing her face when I first hit that damn parking lot and just was like, shit. And I just laid in the back seat and start crying.
Cash doll BMF? Mm-hmm. Sure, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll share it with you. Yeah. So that's how important insurance is.
Yeah, you gotta have some insurance.
Right.
Cause I think one of these rappers passed away, and I think that's like a will, but would that kind of be tied in? You know what I'm saying?
A will is going to be definitely different.
Okay.
With one of the companies that I do work with, shout out to Lincoln Heritage, they do funeral plans. You can plan out your funeral from, it's not a will, it's not a legal document, but it just is a 2-page wish list is what we say. So from what color you want to wear, we both did the thing today, right? But if you want to wear red, you want to wear blue, you want to wear purple, whatever color you want to be in when you're being buried, things that you do want, who you want to sing that song, or if you don't even want to services, we get that in writing while your mind is good before it's that time. So when the time comes, your family doesn't have to make those decisions for you. They have everything in writing. It's not a living will. A lawyer has to be involved for that.
Okay.
Okay. That's a legal document.
But our focus today is gonna be on life insurance.
Yes.
Because like I was saying, just imagine having any type of insurance on anything but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We got insurance on our car, on our phone, like
Cell
you said,
phones,
the house.
yeah. Well, we talking about life insurance, so that will cover like burials, and like what exactly does life insurance policy cover?
So it depends on the type of life insurance you get. There are multiple types of policies. There's insurance policies that pay out while you're still alive, annuities, things of that nature. You got indexed universal life. You have final expense, which takes care of the funeral and things like that. So I think that's what we're going to talk about today is the final expense coverage. Yeah. Thinking about paying for that funeral, that casket, the flowers, and
the whole
all of
process
those things.
Of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
but there's life insurance that's good for while you're still alive.
Okay, so like what would that range, you feel me, like?
Yeah, so it depends on what the people want. First of all, if they want a traditional burial or cremation, because that's going to make a major difference in the finances. And then it's going to make a difference if they have a large family or a small family.
Okay.
So anyway, with cremation, you're looking at it could be as low as $1,500 up until, I mean, you could get a little pricey. You could do cremation as soon as the body is pronounced dead. I don't know if I can say that. Unalive. That's what they're saying on TikTok. Unalive.
Unalive.
As soon as the body is there.
Part,
right, and you have no funeral services and things of that nature, but you can have the viewing of the body, which is going to cost you at the funeral home, the viewing, you're renting out the casket, and then cremation of the body where you're not having the burial services. So that's the difference there versus a traditional funeral is what we're all used to. We're going for the wake, and then we're having the funeral, we're getting the cars, and you're paying for the burial and the plot. And that could be $10,000 to $12,000, $15,000. I mean, if you want to get fancy, it depends on what you want, really, what the family wants, what their needs are.
You said like 10 to what? 10,
12. I mean, you could go with 6. It depends on the type of casket. Like, we really get specific.
Okay.
On the type of casket that they're choosing. You could get a cheap casket for $1,500, $500. You could get a casket for $5,000. So it all depends, like your shirt, where it come from, how much it costs versus how much my shirt costs. It come from H&M. You know what I mean? So your shirt may be more expensive than mine. Mine's costs less than yours. I'm just giving you that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But, you know, so this casket versus that casket might be a little pricey, right? But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what
you
you're
have
saying.
to pick. So if that person's not able to pick or their budget is within that, it can range.
Okay.
Good casket versus, you know, the very best. You got stainless steel caskets. You know that's going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So basically your life insurance policy going to cover like all of, you know what
Hopefully.
I'm saying?
It depends on how much they get.
Oh, okay.
Because they might have a $5,000 policy, but their funeral might be 10 or 12, 15.
That's another thing. Like, these life insurance policies are cheap. Well, you know, like...
Can be.
Yeah, okay. It's not as much as like a health insurance policy. Well, I know for my job, I know it's a big difference.
Take out. What they take out. Let me say this too, because you're saying that. You always want to get insurance outside of your job. I've had insurance with my job where they were paying, as well as insurance that was being taken out of my check. And if you don't have standalone insurance, which is outside of your job, insurance companies like how I work for wouldn't even consider the insurance on your job as you being insured. Because what? You might change that job. You're still young. Are you going to work it until you die? Some people work that job until they die and retire. I just had this man, he was 86. He had insurance on his job, worked a good job at a company. They had always paid. He retired, they were still paying. And they cut him off because of his age. So then all of a sudden, he no longer has insurance. He had a $5,000 policy outside of his job. And that's the only thing he could get was that $5,000. And because he's 86, nobody won't give him insurance. But all his life, he knew he had that insurance on his job. Good job. That's what we call it, right?
Guess that's what they call it, right?
Yeah.
Good job.
Like, that's what I'm saying here, puzzled. Like, oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you want to get insurance outside. So that way, no matter if your employer changes, you always keep the same insurance. You know what you got.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Instead of it needing to change. Yeah, because they deduct it, believe it or not, from your check versus your bank account. You know what I mean? So when your check changes, they're no longer taking it. Versus, it's a lot I've learned. It's a lot that I've learned. Yeah. You want to get standalone insurance.
Okay.
That's important.
Yeah, that was a curveball. Yeah, I'm still stuck on that.
We can talk about it. I have experience.
Yeah, like
in
run
it.
back through that one more time.
So companies,
because that is the topic for today, life insurance. We're talking about life insurance policies, what it covers, why you need it.
Right.
You feel me? All things life insurance on today.
And so you want to get whole life, not term. If you're looking to get term, what is term going to do? It's going to terminate, kind of like you get fired, right? So 10, 20, 30 years, the insurance is going to end. If you do not pass away within that time frame, it goes away. You want to get whole life insurance. We all know that whole sounds better than term, even if we don't know what term means. Even if we don't know the years of the term, we know that whole is better, right, than a fraction of something. We don't know when we're going to leave here, but if you don't leave within that term time, your life will not be covered. So there's a lot of different, we could do thousands of sessions for real, because there's a lot of different life insurance. And then the next thing that matters is the type of death. Natural causes matter. So heart attack, they just didn't wake up the next day. Those are natural causes versus an accidental death, whereas you need accidental insurance. Right. So slip,
like,
fall, bust your head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Skin
man.
in the water.
Exactly.
Okay.
Going on a cruise, not coming back.
Ooh.
Right. You need
Don't do that,
accidental
cousin.
insurance. I'm going on a cruise. You need accidental insurance, believe it or
Can't
not.
get no insurance just for the cruise.
For real. Exactly. Plane, train, bus, all of those are accidental deaths if something happens. Catastrophic, whatever's going on in the world right now in Ohio. So yeah, those are accidental deaths, which is a different type of insurance.
Bungee jumping.
Right. Accidental.
Don't be jumping out of them planes.
Don't do it.
I'm pretty sure you probably
You
got to
need
sign a waiver
insurance.
anyway.
Motorcycle drivers, right, because they be trying to sue the company to get the money. Why? Because the insurance company won't pay. Yeah, we off topic, ain't we?
No, we still on topic.
Okay.
Because, you know what I'm saying, it's insurance. We talk
Yeah.
everything insurance, you feel me? Make sure you got some house insurance, some car
Yes,
insurance.
you need that. Don't think that you're wasting your money, because it's the only time. Guess what? You'll wish you had insurance when you didn't have it, because that's when you'll need it. You'd rather, quote unquote, and it's not a waste, but waste your money having insurance than to not have it.
Because it's always
wish
going to be
you
more in the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When
Out of
something
pocket.
does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go on and pay your deductibles and you know what I'm saying?
Get it done. Get it done.
Get her done.
Get it done. You want that in place. Listen, this is important too. Funeral homes have a thing called a pre-need. And what that is saying, hey, I know I'm going to die because I'm a human being. I don't want to pay no life insurance policy off. So this is what I want to get. XYZ, element of P. They go ahead and pick out all their stuff. And they say, okay, this is how much it's going to cost. And they need to pay that amount. Right? So a pre-need. Let's just say $10,000. You get a pre-need for $10,000 and you're paying on it. If you do not pay off that pre-need, let's just say 5 years you done had it, but you ain't paid the $10,000 off. You add $5,500, right? So you got 4 or 5 left. Your family is then responsible for paying that balance. Whereas in life insurance, you've been paying for 5 years. No matter the amount you paid in, the full amount is paid out. So that's the difference. Because some people say, oh, I'm going to just go with the funeral home. They got something. Go with the funeral home. Your family's still going to be responsible for the money. Whereas the life insurance is sending the check. So that's the difference there. Okay. Same thing with car insurance or home insurance. You're paying that premium each month.
Yeah.
And they said they're going to pay this amount, so that's what they're going to pay. Versus going with the pre-need.
Okay.
So those are some things that people
You said that was a pre-need?
Pre-need. You get that at a funeral home.
Okay.
They make
Yes,
those
I never heard of that.
Yeah, they make those payment arrangements.
Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm Notes, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to pop in and say I hope y'all are enjoying the episode. I'm here with Xavier the Sage, you know what I'm saying? She dropping a lot of good gems and a lot of good jewels, you feel me? Yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say I hope you enjoyed the episode. Get in the comment section, you know what I'm saying? Let us know what you thought of the episode so far, and yeah, let's finish this up. Let's get back into the episode. Okay, so I'm learning something new today. Life insurance.
Life insurance. It's important.
Oh yeah.
Get it now. Get it while it's cheap. There, like I said, multiple different kinds. I'm gonna let you talk.
Oh no, go ahead, cause inform us on, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm here listening.
So you could use it.
Cause I'm new to all of this, so that's why I'm like, okay.
One of the things that I'm passionate about right now is the education and miseducation of people, first of all, that are not licensed to sell life insurance that are talking about it. They're saying, oh, this is how you could get rich. Oh, this is how you can become your own bank. Oh, it don't work like that. And here's why. When I started selling life insurance, I'm going to tell you, I was $1 million policies, $500,000 policies. I was doing it. And then people began to pass away in COVID, and the companies were not paying out. And why is that? Because a life insurance contract is a contract between you and that company. And they say they will pay out this amount if this, and that happens, right? So when you get larger policies, 100,000, 50,000, 250,000, 500,000, even $1 million policy, the stipulations of that company actually paying out that amount of money is extremely different versus a normal life insurance policy. Okay, so there's different types. If they take 3 months, 6 months, 90 days to 30 days, 90 days to issue the amount of coverage that you supposedly had, I tell people up front, they looking for a way not to pay that money. They said if you said you don't smoke on the application, they're trying to find out if you smoked in real life, right? So that they don't have to pay. They're looking for a way to get out of that financial obligation. I tell people up front every day. You could go with whoever you want to go with off the TV and this, and that, because it sounds good and it's cheap. But I guarantee you, you want your family to have that money versus them, you thinking while you're here and then them thinking, mama got a good policy and you don't. Because you've been paying all this money that time and now they won't pay out. The payout amount is what matters the most, okay? So I began writing life insurance thinking I was doing generational wealth and all of these. I signed me up, my baby up, everybody. Let's get the good policies. But when I had it for 3 to 6 months and got to see the actual value, when you borrow money, they say become your own bank. If you borrow money from your life insurance policy, you are borrowing from the cash value, not the amount. So if you have a $50,000 policy, you may have paid in $500, but your cash value may only be $200 or $300. So when you borrow money from your life insurance policy, you're borrowing money from the cash value, not the amount of the policy of however much that is. So I'm telling people this because this is real life stuff. And all these people are getting on Instagram and they telling people this stuff. And it's not the truth. Life insurance is real. Yes. Borrowing money is real. Yes. Every and any type of life insurance policy builds cash value. But it's going to take 2, 5, 10 years, 20 years. It have built some money, but it's not a dollar for every dollar you put in. And it is also not you borrowing from the amount of coverage you have that is supposedly paid at the time of death.
I say it's a lot to intake, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here with Xavier the Sage.
Hey.
So you said you sell life insurance policies. Matter of fact, we're going to plug your information in.
Yeah, because I review policies for free. Okay. Whether you have it on your job or a standalone policy. I've seen policies say $10,000 on the front page and at the time of death, be it $40, $65, $99. They might only pay $3,000. You know you got a policy. You know you're paying on it, but what is it going to pay out? That's not things that we think about. Okay. And just like a car salesman can be bad, and sell you something bad. Hey, just sign here. We got this for you. It's shiny. It's new. You could get a bad policy. Okay. I've seen them so many times. You get bad policies.
Okay.
Yeah, so I review policies for free.
Okay, see, y'all better tap in, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Free 99.
Look, y'all better come down here and get one of these.
Get you one of these.
You feel a life insurance policy.